wanted to document, this will probably be a multi-part video series on building an air prune bed. I learned this technique from my good friend Akiva, who's over at Twisted Tree Nursery in Spencer, New York. He's twisted-tree.net. He also has a YouTube channel, you should check him out. And I'll link in the description to the video that I watched of his where he described the air prune bed that he made for his trees. It's really thorough and I encourage you to check that out. And so what I'm trying to do here is mimic that, but do it in a way that's modular and portable and temporary. Maybe it lasts for a season or two. And so very, very rough sketch right now. This is all locust wood that's peeled and hand split, pretty much close to zero cost, cut with a chainsaw. And what I'll end up doing is building a series of these running north-south that have side rails and then support logs underneath them. There's comfrey and other weeds in here, so when this is finally assembled, which I'll look at later on, I'm going to mulch really heavily with cardboard underneath this, maybe 2-3 layers of cardboard just to completely kill those weeds. Lay the cross members on top of that cardboard and then lay these side rails on top of 2x4 inch hardware or 2x4 inch welded galvanized fencing. In this case I'm using 4-foot height. I've got a lot of these spools. You can get offcuts of these pretty inexpensively, and it's pretty strong. And so the idea will be these side rails will have this 4-foot wide fencing laid across the whole thing down to that far end. Into that I can lay hardware cloth, chicken wire, burlap sacks, things that'll hold soil, and then I can backfill this entire thing with soil right up to the edges of these logs, making a tiny air gap between the bottom of these beds and the soil below, which will promote incredibly bushy root development of seedling trees and other crops, which Akiva talks about a lot in his video. So this will be 4x10, so 40 square feet of bed, and the idea is that these 1/2 inch galvanized hoops will be every 3 or 4 feet down the whole length, so bird netting can go over it to protect hazelnuts and chestnuts and the like getting robbed from birds and squirrels. And so we'll repeat this down the whole line, sheet or mulching with cardboard super deep in between them all. And the idea is that in a year or two we can take out the hoops, take up the boards, the side rails, the fencing, all that material, leave the soil where it is and have them as permanent raised beds, and then move these into new areas where we can mulch down the comfrey and have air prune propagation beds. So far it's really low cost, really low tech, and we'll see how it goes. I'll make another video once the cardboard's there and I've made a few of these. It'll make more sense what is going on if it doesn't make sense yet. Thanks for watching.